On June 27, 2025, the Ohio State government took multiple significant actions involving legislation, appointments, and compliance mandates affecting various sectors, including industrial funding, workers' compensation, educational governance, and higher education institutions. Legislation signed into law by Governor DeWine. Governor Mike DeWine signed several key bills into law on June 27, 2025. House Bill 80, sponsored by State Representative Brian Stewart. This bill makes appropriations for the Industrial Commission for the biennium from July 1, 2025 to June 30, 2027. It also authorizes and sets conditions for the operation of the Commission's programs. House Bill 81, also sponsored by Brian Stewart. This bill amends numerous sections concerning Ohio's workers' compensation laws and repeals some obsolete sections. It appropriates funds for the Bureau of Workers' Compensation for the same biennium and provides authorization and operational conditions for the Bureau. Governor's appointments. On the same day, Governor DeWine appointed Mark C. Arnold of Columbus to the Ohio University Board of Trustees, with his term commencing June 27th. Legislative changes affecting education. Several comprehensive changes were implemented affecting Ohio's education system. The State Board of Education transitioned from an elected body to an all-appointed one, with members representing urban, suburban, and rural districts, as well as charter and private schools. Elected members' seats will be phased out as their terms end. The State Teachers Retirement System, STRS, Board of Trustees, was restructured to reduce elected members and increase appointees. New positions were created, including slots for the Ohio Department of Higher Education, Chancellor, or designee, and additional appointed investment experts. The number of appointments by the governor and state treasurer doubled, and legislative leaders received distinct appointments. In higher education funding, the contingency pool based on compliance with Senate Bill 1 was reduced from $100 million to $75 million. Senate Bill 1, known as the Advance Ohio Higher Education Act, was signed into law on June 27, 2025. This law mandates significant organizational changes in Ohio public universities, under which university boards of trustees are required to comply by implementing policy changes. For example, Wright State University passed a resolution to comply, which included the elimination of the Division of Inclusive Excellence and 5 cultural and identity centers: Asian and Native American Center, Bolinga Black Cultural Resources Center, Latino Center, LGBTQA Center, and Women's Center. Staff positions in these centers have been eliminated, with the university's administration actively working with those affected. Operational control of the Disability and Neurodivergence Center has been transferred to the Office of Disability Services. The vacated spaces are being repurposed for expanded student involvement and leadership activities aimed at community building and experiential learning. These changes reflect a broader state-level reorganization intended to align public higher education institutions under the new legal framework introduced by Senate Bill 1. On June 27, 2025, Ohio's government action centered on appropriations and regulatory updates for the Industrial Commission and Bureau of Workers' Compensation. Important gubernatorial appointments to educational boards, and a major overhaul of education governance structures, particularly the State Board of Education and the STRS Board of Trustees. Implementation of Senate Bill 1 resulting in structural and operational changes mandated in public higher education institutions. These developments shape the fiscal, administrative, and policy landscape of Ohio's government and educational system, moving into the fiscal year 2026.